Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to talk about Anthony Edwards. Why I truly believe he will be the next great superstar in the NBA. And before we start today's video, I want to hear those fabulous opinions down below. And let's get right into it. Like and subscribe to help support the channel. And again, besides your comments on the video, I want to hear what you guys think of this new style of video. The early season narratives surrounding Anthony Edwards were proven to be completely off base. It's impossible to think of Edwards as nothing more than a talented potential superstar after the insane end to his rookie campaign. His skills undeniable, and he found ways to improve his game every single game. And it was a common belief that LaMelo Ball had the Rookie of the Year locked up due to his early year dominance, which LaMelo did end up winning Rookie of the Year. But after Ball went down with an injury that sidelined him for months, Edwards had the opportunity to play for the award, and he made the most of it. He averaged, after the All-Star break, in 37 games, almost 24 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, and 3.4 assists a game, a little over half a block a game, and 1.4 steals a game, while shooting 45.4% from the field and 35% from three. His last 10 games of the year were even more dominant, with Anthony Edwards averaging 26 points, 5.8 rebounds, 4.3 assists, a little under steal game, 1.1 blocks, and an insane 51.4% from the field and 38.5% from three and 74.1% from the free throw line. This shooting guard out of Georgia is a winner with a perfect mix of an electric personality and star potential, and he's exactly the type of player that can finally separate the Minnesota Timberwolves from their label as perennial losers. We can agree that the 2020-2021 season was one of the hardest seasons for rookies in NBA history. The shortened offseason, combined with the Summer League hiatus and the unforgiving health and safety protocols, have made acclimation to the league more difficult for its newest players, and Edwards showed no signs of struggling to adapt to the unique environment. In fact, he's having, if not had, one of the best rookie campaigns in NBA history. Edwards can take over games with his scoring, and he puts himself in good company doing so, becoming the second rookie in NBA history to have multiple games over 40 points since LeBron James. The argument against Edwards, besides the inefficient scoring, has been from both halves of the seasons. Okay, I think we need to go back and talk about Anthony Edwards' pre-All-Star break, in which he looked very raw, to hear his haters' side of the story. I think at the beginning of the year, we saw a completely different player than at the end of the year. Honestly, I don't blame any of the Ant-Man haters who haven't watched Anthony play, because the Timberwolves were painful to watch in the first half compared to the second half. However, Edwards' environment drastically changed midseason with a positive coaching change and a roster that nearly returned to full health. Again, it would be misleading if I didn't speak about Edwards' pre-All-Star break numbers. Edwards averaged 14.9 points, 4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. These numbers on the surface aren't too shabby for a teenager. Unfortunately, Edwards shot 37.1% from the field and 30.2% from three, which was less than ideal. To exaggerate the situation, Edwards' true shooting percentage of 46.6% was below the league average of 57.2%. His effective field goal percentage was 43.4%, was barely in shouting distance of the league average of 53.8%, and his net rating of negative 8.3 ranked 394th among players who had played over 10 minutes a game. Before the All-Star break, Edwards only played in 4 games and a total of 21 minutes with both Karl-Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell on the court. When you take the two best players off of any team, the Russ is going to struggle. When you take them all from an inefficient rookie who needs guidance, the results, as we saw, can be disastrous. I don't know why I struggle to say that word. Those stats were under 36 games with Ryan Saunders. In 34 games under Chris Finch, Anthony averaged 23.5 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 3.3 assists, while improving his efficiency tremendously. 45.3% from the field and 34.7% from three in 34 games with Finch. Anthony also became the youngest player in NBA history to hit 150 threes in a season. The hiring Chris Finch has certainly helped Edwards refine his offensive game. The frequency of Edwards' shot within 10 feet has increased by 4%, and the frequency of shots where he was tightly guarded, a defender within 4 feet of him, dropped by 3%. These aren't drastic changes, but they were signs of growth and that Edwards is adapting from his bad habits. The even more notable change to Edwards' environment, though, was the return of Towns and Russell. Since the All-Star break, these three have shared the floor for a total of 22 games. Their best lineup which they used in 10 games for a combined 72 minutes, was with D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Okogie, Anthony Edwards, and Jaden McDaniels, which had an offensive rating of 113.4 and a net rating of 12.1, with a team efficiency field goal percentage, or I think it's effective field goal percentage, I don't know which one, tell me down below which is the right one, of 62.6, with a true shooting of 65.7. Their most played lineup with Ricky Rubio, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Okogie, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels through 22 games, sharing 117 minutes, had an offensive rating of 107.5 and a net rating of 3, with EFG, so an efficiency field goal percentage of 51.3 and a true shooting of 56.2 for all you number nerds out there. Reintegrating two offensive dynamos like Towns and Russell will obviously help any offense, but Edwards has taken individual leaps as well. A teenager having produced that level of production is incredible, whether it's inefficient or not. The point is, where all the pundits have tuned out Anthony Edwards at the beginning of the season, have broken out their advanced numbers and a futile act of retaliation. I truly believe that this year, with a healthy roster and a full offseason under Chris Finch, Anthony Edwards will explode. Next year, Chris Finch's starting roster or starting rotation should be D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Okogie, Anthony Edwards, and Jaden McDaniels, with Edwards playing the shooting guard position. Then they would have Malik Beasley as the sixth man, who I believe could win sixth man of the year in this position, Ricky Rubio running the second unit with Jalen Noel, Juan Hernan Gomez, Jake Layman, and Naz Reid providing shooting and rebounding off the bench. Hopefully they resign Jared Vanderbilt and Jordan McLaughlin, as both of those players are valuable rotational pieces, in my opinion. I think Chris Finch will revolutionize this offense with the best lineups, having at least played 50 minutes together that had a positive net rating, all averaged a pace of 104.96, which would be the fastest pace in the NBA if we compared it against this past season's team stats. This season they had a pace of 101.6, which is the fifth best behind the Wizards, Bucks, Warriors, and Pacers, which were all technically in the playoffs, with I think the Pacers losing in the play-in game. I truly believe Chris Finch's emphasis on playing at a higher pace will lead to Anthony Edwards exploding and becoming an NBA All-Star and an All-NBA team member. Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell hopefully can become a big three that will lead Minnesota back to the playoffs. At this point, as a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, I've seen only Karl Anthony Towns truly pan out as a franchise cornerstone, and it has been tough. But I think Anthony Edwards has the demeanor and work ethic to be the other franchise cornerstone alongside Karl Anthony Towns. We've seen Andrew Wiggins continuously regress, Wesley Johnson failed, Derek Williams failed, and Ricky Rubio never figured out his jump shot. Granted, I've always loved Rubio without the shot and thought he was fine with it. Without it, I mean, he was a great perimeter defender and an elite passer when he first came over. This isn't the point of the video. It's to tell you, the audience, that Anthony Edwards will be a star. He's going to put the league on notice. I truly believe he will be reminiscent of a shorter and more athletic version of young Jimmy Butler with his two-way ability. He's already a better shooter than Jimmy Butler has been for the majority of his career. Very few players in the league will be able to match Anthony Edwards' ability to grab a rebound, churn up court, churn on the Jets, and go coast to coast with ease. I don't think the NBA will be able to be ready for his ability to either ISO on a less athletic player or a weaker defender, and then post up against smaller guards, physically impose his way into the paint, finishing through contact and drawing the foul and completing the one-and-one. I thought it said the one-on-one. That was weird. That's it for me, guys. I want to hear your opinions down below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Again, I want to hear what's your thoughts on Anthony Edwards. Do you think he's going to be this good, or is it just me? So yeah, like and subscribe. Let me hear those beautiful opinions down below.